Hi, I'm Stefanie Zito. I'm the yoga instructor here at Pittsburgh Fitness Project, and I'm here today to show you a little nighttime yoga routine that you can use to just close out your day at night. Alright, so before you even unroll your mat, we can actually use it as a prop to have a little release for the feet and the back of the leg. So you'll come to where your mat is fairly tightly rolled up, and you'll step. You'll position yourself in such a way, imagine that this is the bed, so you can do this right alongside your bed. You're going to set your hands onto the bed, and you'll step your feet onto your mat roll. So right in the center where the mat roll is into the arches of your feet. I'm positioning my hands so they are more or less under the shoulders. My hips are stacked above my foundation. And you're just going to simply roll your toes forward towards the ground, let the heels lift. And then you'll do that in reverse. So take the heels a little bit closer to the ground, let your toes lift away from the ground. And just work through that very simple action a few times, lifting and lowering, trading opportunities for the heels and the toes to visit the ground. And I'm doing my best to try to keep my pelvis more or less in this current position. So less about this shifting forward and back, and more about creating a bit more of that stability of where the pelvis is currently, just lifting and lowering, lifting and lowering. Toes touch down, heels lower down. So you can do this as long as you'd like. I'd say at least about a minute or so. When you are ready to transition, you'll just step off of your mat roll. You'll come back up through standing. And then we'll use the mat at this point to come down onto the ground. So you'll unroll your mat, place the short edge of your mat close to the wall, and unroll from here. And you'll have a strap nearby. So you don't have to have an official yoga strap. You could have a robe tie or a towel or anything that will basically serve the same purpose of hooking your foot into a strap. You'll come to recline, and you'll set your feet up against the wall. You'll have your strap in your hands. You're gonna hug your right leg in towards the chest, and then you'll take your strap and place it around the ball of your right foot. Extending the right leg straight up to the ceiling. And it doesn't matter so much if your whole leg straightens, just try to have your thigh more or less perpendicular to the position of the mat. You can play around with just a little bit of mobility in the foot, maybe stretching through big toe side, little toe side. And I'm gonna just use my left foot at the wall to encourage some grounding sensation through that leg and some stabilization through the left half of the body. So it's very subtle core stability work to hold this here. You'll feel it a little bit more though as you take the sides of the strap into your right hand. You can let your left arm just rest to the side and open the right leg out to the right. And just go to the degree that feels like you're not going to topple over to the side. So stay with that sense of connection of your left foot into the wall. Some days you may have a little bit wider that you can go. Other days maybe a little bit less, but try to just be where you are right now. Guide the leg back up to center, switch the left hand onto the strap. You can give yourself a little adjustment of your right thumb at the fold of the hip. And wrap your outer right hip forward, elongating through the right side. And then crossing the right leg just maybe a couple inches over to the left. Breathing. Guide the leg back up to center. We'll switch sides, extending your left foot into the strap. It may feel like your right leg is suddenly longer if you need to readjust your stance accordingly to the wall. I think you'll be okay though. You'll find that same little articulation in the foot. Just create some easeful movement. Bring awareness of your right foot into the wall as you open your left leg out to the side. And notice too that you may have a variation from side to side, from right to left. Again, try to not force anything on the body or require that the left side looks exactly like the right. Just give both sides equal attention though. Guide the leg back up to center. Take the strap into the right hand, left thumb, fold up the hip. Roll the outer left hip forward as you cross the leg. Ooh, this is definitely the side that I feel it a little bit different. Guide the leg back up to center. You can release the strap off to the side. All right, so we're just gonna move progressively closer to the wall. You can come up, relax back down, set both of your feet onto the wall. Keeping your left foot as it is, cross your right ankle over the left knee, and let the wall do the work of bringing your legs to you. So sometimes in yoga, we take this position of drawing the legs in. If you want a deeper stretch, just go closer to the wall. And stay here, cactus arms, whatever feels spacious for you. Stay with it as long as feels useful. Well, each day is a little different. As you're ready, you can switch sides. Left ankle crosses the right knee. You may have a very different experience, or might feel like a totally different universe from right to left. Just adjust your positioning accordingly. A couple breaths. And you can finish with legs up the wall. So depending on your level of comfort, you can either scoot yourself a little closer to the wall. If that feels like a little bit too much, just come back up through seated. You'll send your hips nice and close to the wall. You'll come to recline again, and you'll sweep your legs up the wall. So the pelvis, it can be nice and close to the wall if you'd like. The hips can be close to the wall. If they don't have to be though, you can back up a little bit depending on your level of comfort. It may give you a greater sense of freedom with your breath even if you back up a little bit from the wall. So take whatever positioning feels best in your body that day. Just let your legs kind of hang above you effortlessly. So it's minimal effort that's required to keep you here. Arms can be out like goalpost arms. And again, this is a position that's really nice to just kind of camp out here for a while. So stay here as long as you'd like. And a little treat for your feet that have been working hard to hold you up all day. As you're ready to come out, you can just bend your knees to reintegrate your feet onto a surface for a grounding sensation. Bring the soles of the feet together to touch. Let yourself rest here. Maybe the heels descend a little deeper towards the ground, towards the pelvic floor. And then you can gather the knees back in towards each other as you're ready to make your way to bed. Roll off to a side, come back up through seated, and you're good to go. So there you have it. I hope this is helpful to wind down your day, and I wish you sweet dreams.